Mobile-friendly online forms allow practices to create responsive online forms that patients can easily complete from a computer, tablet, or mobile device. In this video, we will be covering the options for single selection fields and how to add them to your mobile-friendly forms. We're picking up from where we left off in the navigation video. If you'd like to watch that video or the others we have on mobile-friendly online forms, you can find the playlist on our YouTube channel or video tutorials page on our website. Both are linked in the description below. There are several options that allow for a single selection or entry on an online form. Radio button group, rating scale, slider, dropdown, a yes/no Boolean, and single line input. I'm going to start with what might be your most common field, single line input. As a reminder, you can add fields to your form by clicking and dragging. The single line input field is great for things like a patient's name, contact information, or date of birth. I want my form to begin with the patient's first and last name, preferred name, date of birth, and address. On the right, under General, we can see the field settings. The question name is where my merge field will eventually go, so my form can update the patient's info or autofill with what I have on file for them. We'll cover merge fields in more depth in the later merge field video, so I will leave this be for now. The question title is what the patient will see when completing the form, so I'm going to name this question appropriately. I want to make sure patients provide their legal name here, so I'm going to add that to my question description. This question is a must, so I want to make sure that this is marked as required. I can do so by checking this box or the asterisk on the field itself. I also need the patient's last name, so I'm going to duplicate this question and adjust it to be for the last name. I'd like them side by side, so I'm going to click and drag to put them next to each other. Making a preferred name is similarly easy. I'm going to duplicate, bring this down, and adjust this to preferred name. I'm also going to adjust this description to clarify that this would only be something different than the first name. And this isn't required, so I'll turn that off. For a date of birth field, I'm going to stick with the single line input, and I'm going to adjust the format from this dropdown to be a date. Now, when the patient goes to enter the date, they will be limited to this format. There are several other formatting options that might be helpful. Date, for example. Text is great for things like the name, the address, and you might also need to use number, phone number, or email. I'm going to add a couple more questions and be right back. All right, I have added the address fields that I need. However, on this street field, I want to make sure that they enter it in the correct order, so I'm going to add some placeholder text. Making sure that I click into the field and scroll down, looking for placeholder text here. And whatever I add will appear in the input field, and it will remain there until the patient begins typing. The next field type we'll be covering is the yes/no Boolean. This field allows for a quick binary response to a question. Here, I'll be asking if the patient has had their hearing tested before. If you need, you can also replace yes and no with your own text. I also want to know how well the patient can hear in different conditions, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a rating scale field. I can adjust how many points are on this scale by hitting the plus or minus button, and I can adjust the format to stars or smileys as needed. I also need to clarify what I consider high and low, so the description is a great place to put that. And if needed, you can change the text on the label. When the range of a question isn't best rated by number, the slider would be a good fit. Let's say I want to ask about how often a patient's hearing affects self-esteem. Depending on your question, you might leave your labels in numbers. Myself, I am going to adjust these just by clicking in. The next question is regarding the onset of hearing loss. I want to limit the answer to a set of options, but it isn't on a scale. One option I have is the radio button group. This will show all of the options, but only allows for the patient to select one. Each label can be adjusted by clicking on the text as usual. They can also be added or removed by selecting the plus or minus buttons. Alternatively, if you press the Enter key, it will jump to the next available label or create a new one. You will also have the option to add a none or an other option if needed. The latter will give the patient a text box to add additional context to their answer. An alternative to radio buttons is the drop-down field. They serve a similar purpose with a different look, so which one you use is up to your preference and the question. I'm going to use the drop-down to obtain a referral source. Editing the labels is the same as we've been doing thus far, just clicking on the text. Before we wrap up, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the preview so we can see the fields we've made so far. Here are our single line fields with the date of birth format. Here with street address, we can see the placeholder text in action, and you'll see once I start typing, that disappears. The yes, no, our rating, and our sliding scale, the radio buttons, and finally our drop down. Those are the single selection fields. Check out the rest of this series to explore more advanced field types and merge fields. If you have any questions about mobile-friendly online forms, please don't hesitate to give us a call or submit a support ticket.